The starting point of Nova Scotia is an important one on our Canadian culinary journey. Pictou is about 1 hour and 30 minutes from Nova Scotia's capital, Halifax. It's renowned as the birthplace of New Scotland. It was here in Pictou that the first wave of Scottish immigrants landed in 1773. Back in the day, the new settlers were usually fishermen, and their target species is one of the best-known seafood dishes in the world. Well, Scotty, that is the reason we are right here. You see, we are looking for Atlantic Canadian lobster and Nova Scotia's #1 export, something everybody's got to try when they come to this part of the world.
Sounds good, Trev. I've done a little bit of research. When you talk about that delicious beast from the deep, there really is only one name. He's around here somewhere. He's the one wearing the kilt.
Alain Bosse is a Nova Scotian living legend, a food ambassador sharing his passion for food from the farm and the sea and taking it into the kitchen, sharing uniquely Nova Scotian recipes with visitors.
There you go, guys.
Boom!
Oh,
Look at that.
Grab him by the body.
Okay.
Don't stay away from those claws,
Look at those
whatever
claws.
you do.
Why are you pointing him at me?
Look at that.
This would be what we call a market-sized lobster on this size, and same for here. They're about £1.25, £1.50 for us.
Wow.
You just look delicious.
We need to get these back to the kitchen.
Let's go.
Once back at Elaine's, it's time to cook them up on the deck, and Scott's excited. But getting the cooking right is the key to success.
Chef, we've done all the hard work, mate. We've pulled them from the briny depths. What's next?
We're cooking them.
All right, let's go.
We're ready to go. So take the cover off.
Yes,
We're going
chef.
to take the bands off. All we do is pull the 2 rubber bands like this.
You make it look easy.
Yeah, I am. Go for it. There you go.
What do you mean, go for it?
Yeah, grab the lobster, pull up, pull down, drop in.
Atlantic Canadian lobsters. The rumour is, are they the best lobsters on the planet?
In my opinion, they're the best lobster there is.
We keep hearing that. Why is it?
Hard shell, cool, crisp water, amazing, amazing flavor.
So how long are we expecting in the water here?
10 to 12 minutes, we're ready to go.
And what do? Do you add a bit of salt?
We did before. We added about a cup of salt to about a gallon of water. All right, Scott, they're ready to go.
Right.
Let's throw them in the ice bath. So we take the lobsters out of the pot into the ice bath to stop the cooking process. We don't want them to cook too long. From there, we'll clear up all this stuff, and here we go with a big 101 of lobster. Tell you everything there is to know about lobster and things you might not know. Here we go, Scott. Are you ready?
Let's
Look
go.
at this. Let's get into this lobster. Big tail, turn it upside down.
Straight off, look at that.
Look, you just basically crush it in your fingers like this, pull it backwards, and pull the whole tail right out, just like that.
What do you do with that vein?
You want to just peel the vein back to remove this little vein that's there, and you're ready to eat.
You've done that before. Oh, that is amazing.
Sweet. Nice and sweet.
Nova Scotia meat taste buds. Hey, chef, I reckon we better polish this off before Trevor turns up.
Let's do it.
I knew seafood in Nova Scotia was going to be good, but I had no idea how good. But it's not all just about lobster. The kilted chef Alain Bosse takes visitors on a 12-hour food odyssey, which includes fishing for your own lobster, visiting markets, and sourcing other special ingredients, such as double-smoked bacon from the pork shop, every step of which has a story attached that Alain explains. Then it all comes together in Alain's kitchen, just in time for lunch. Here we are in Nova Scotia, the seafood chowder capital of the world. Hey, Alain, do you reckon you could share your recipe with us?
It would be my pleasure.
That base chowder smells as good as it looks. What have you done there?
I'm telling you, we got some of those rich, beautiful Nova Scotia ingredients. Double smoked bacon, nice fresh veal potatoes, pureed and chunks, basil, chives, and some brie, a little Dijon mustard, and that Tidal Bay white wine from Nova Scotia.
Sounds great, but I didn't hear any flour in there. No flour?
No, don't need to, because we took half of the potatoes and pureed them. So the puree of the potatoes and natural starch, of course, thickens our chowder.
Well, a base chowder's all well and good, but if you want Nova Scotia to scream up from a chowder bowl, what are we doing here?
Seafood all the way, correct?
Right.
This is indigenous to this area. It's actually rock crab. Rock crab is those little crab that we have running around in the beaches. and you just keep kicking away, but we figured out a way to get the meat out of them.
Geez, that's a pretty rare thing. We don't really use those.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what the secret is?
No, I don't think so.
Well, fair enough.
The second ingredient is an amazing world-renowned Digby scallops from up the coast. And of course, I pre-saute them and of course kept the juices and everything to add flavor. And the reason I pre-saute them is because you don't want them to overcook in your chowder and become very rubbery. And then the pièce de résistance, the star of the show, is this amazing lobster. And we're ready to dump it in. Look how rich and beautiful that is.
Chef, when you weren't watching, I did pinch a little bit from there, so there's not as much as there should be.
I don't know what you mean by not watching. I'm a Hawkeye. I could see everything. I saw that, and look, all we have to do, look at the amount of seafood in this, and we'll add some cream to that. And from there, we're gonna let that simmer, and we're gonna plate up.
Sounds amazing.
It's time to plate up, Chef.
Well, I think I might have arrived just in time.
That sounds about right. All the hard work's done and Trev's arrived.
But look what I've got. I've found this fantastic local wine, Yorsk Winery, Tidal Bay. It's an appellation, 5 different grape varieties.
It is, and it's actually available at about 11 different wineries in Nova Scotia.
Oh.
Don't miss the bacon.
Quick,
A little
get
bit
into
of
it.
chives.
What, the chives? Yes, chef, chives. Oh, forget it. Let's see. Cheers.
Cheers.